Cut. Action.
Action.
What's up, guys? It's mid-April right now. We're at the Rich Barber Hair Studio, and it's a little bit of a rainy day.
It's a rainy day.
We got a special guest here. I'm blessed to have. I don't know where he's at. He's right here. It's my man Antoine Dunn The Barber.
What's up?
How you feeling, Dunn?
Man, I'm feeling great, bro.
Right
hey,
on.
man, we're doing what we love to do, man. We're in the hub. We're in the Rich Barber Hair Studio.
Yeah.
Man, dreams happen here, man.
Dreams, yeah, no doubt. This is where dreams come
Yeah. So I'm glad you're having me on, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Happy to have you. This is definitely where dreams come true. You feel like the Rich Barber Hair Studio, we talked about the influence it has.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it's one of those top shops in terms of influence?
It is because, and you know this from you being here, we're not a shop, really. You know what I mean? We cut hair here,
Yeah.
but it's really, and I said this to Zay the Barber one time.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a cesspool of success. Those little, when in science they have those little, I forgot what they're called, the little trays with all the little germs and all the little, and they're just germinating and all that. That's what this is.
It's like a process.
We're just in here just molding and growing and forming and building.
Right. Okay. Now, speaking of success, you showed me a formula, and it's something I think everyone should know. They might not have got the opportunity to hear it yet. I was wondering if you could share it with the young barbers and the people who are looking for success in this industry. I know in this video we're going to talk about your formula for success, your how you give the best service in the city. You know what I mean? How other barbers could do that as well.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you talk about the formula.
This formula?
The formula.
Okay. So I have this tattooed on my arm. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. Let me get closer.
And I'll be talking about this a lot more outside of this, but it's a simple math equation. And what it is it's focus intensity over a period of time multiplied by God or energy equals momentum. And what that speaks to is there's laws in place. It has nothing to do with your feelings, right? Like early bird gets the worm doesn't matter if the person's good or bad, right? It's the process. It's the application. And so the formula is if you have focus intensity on whatever that object is, whether it's working out, cutting hair, building wealth, and you continue that focus over a period of time, the rest will take care of itself. And when all those meet together, you're going to experience trajectory, momentum, which means to be pushed. See, nobody likes to roll the ball up the hill, right? To get over on the other side. Because it's hard.
And you just started, so you don't have the momentum yet.
Yeah. But what happens when the ball's rolling downward? How much work do you have to do? It just goes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. There's nothing you're gonna do in life that's gonna make you successful unless you put the work in. And you have to put it in consistently, and you have to allow time to happen. Some people work hard, but they don't have the time part.
That's a critical part of it.
Some people spend a lot of time on stuff, but they're not working hard.
Okay.
That formula will help you be successful. Look at this guy. I've watched him work since he's got to California. But that principle will help any person in any situation.
So not specifically just barbers, but you feel like barbers could definitely apply.
Rich mindset, rich outcome, right?
Yeah, that's like the simple version.
Yeah. I mean, this is a life principle.
In terms of how the success might be easier for guys like me and Julio because the path has been laid out. Do you think it's the same way for other barbers in the industry as well? Like this is a time of opportunity?
Well, it is. There was a time in the early 2000s called the .com era. Some of you might not be familiar with this because you're actually living it and it's normal to you.
Yeah.
The internet did not exist like that. There was no social media pages. Social media didn't exist. And it was a big boom. And those that jumped on it are now millionaires and billionaires. And those that didn't lost their businesses. The same thing's happening right now with social media. There's a time right now where it's open. You don't need to pay thousands of dollars for a commercial, right?
You're your own agency.
You are your own agency. You have the power in your hands to post, to show the world whatever it is that you want to project. You have the opportunity to show them now and promote yourself. You don't need corporate sponsorship or none of that. All you got to do is be consistent and have a product that people want to see.
So you're telling the young 16-year-old kid that has parents that are struggling and he wants to help his parents out, make some money. You're saying that he could use his social media and that could eventually be
oh my God.
to
easily
to freedom, to help
easily.
Them. Okay.
Easily.
It's more opportunity now, I feel like, than there ever was. If you had an idea back then, to get your book published.
Oh, you had to go to an agent.
Okay.
Then you had to figure out how much it would cost for maybe a 30-second commercial on a radio show. And that's just radio, because TV, you don't have the money for that, right? That's tens of thousands of dollars TV commercial, right? Not no more.
Opportunity.
Not anymore.
It's wide open.
It's wide open. Take advantage and work hard. Focus intensity. Make sure that you are focused for one. Kind of know what you want. You don't have to have all the answers right now, right? You have to be focused on something. Here's my goal. Here's my goal for this next 6 months. I'm a barber. I want my fades to look like his fade, and this person, right?
And then you reverse engineer.
Yeah.
Like what steps does a person like him take to get there?
Watch, study, spend time, hours, focus, intensity. Think about it. We do that when we want to get a pair of shoes we want. We finagle all kind of stuff in life when we really want it, right? When you really want something, you'll pay a bill late, you'll move stuff around to get what you really want.
Yeah.
Why don't you think about that when it comes to your success?
I think maybe we might have the short-term mindset.
Short-term mindset, yeah. Time. See, people miss the time part.
Right. So if you want a meaningful life, you want to build these things, like you said, build wealth, you got to think longer term.
Longer term.
And then source it back to where you are now.
Yeah.
Like, lay out your plan.
Man.
Okay. So as a young barber, if you have these goals, I love to ask this question. Like when you were just getting started and you found this passion for barbering, what's a phone call you would have with yourself? Say right now you had a chance to talk to the young Dunn. What would you tell him?
If I had a chance to, if I could do like Big Sean said and send my old self a jetpack.
Ooh, I didn't even catch that line.
If I could send my old self a jetpack.
And now I see. Okay, send yourself. Yeah.
I would tell my old self, you have everything it takes to get to where you want. Don't worry about what you see right now. Just put in the work. Because sometimes your present doesn't match what you feel inside, or your present doesn't match what you see the end result. I'll use an example of Kevin Hart, right? A lot of people think he just popped up out the woodworks over the last 5 years because you really didn't know about him.
Word.
No, he's been doing comedy for 20 years. He just wasn't popping yet.
Yeah, so he was the guy.
He was working circuits, small venues
around the way.
Man. But nobody sees that part. They just see the success part. They don't see the hurt. They don't see the struggle. They don't see when you want to snap your MacBook from learning how to edit a video like I did.
Yeah, they don't see those lonely nights.
They don't see those nights when you chugging Red Bull because you're like sugar-free. Chugging Red Bull because you're like, I have to get this done. You may have to have some tears sometimes. You have to push through this. There's no such thing as growth without stretching. You have to stretch yourself.
So just like you quoting Big Sean, I got to quote my guy J. Cole. He said, there's beauty in the struggle.
There's beauty in the struggle.
So through those times, that's where it comes from.
And you got to embrace the struggle. That's something I even learned later on. I would just fight through the struggle.
So that's
struggle, no.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, oh, this is hard. There's something good gonna come out of this.
That's the wisdom you gained now. You would have told
yourself.
yourself.
I would have told myself. That's why I said I would have told myself. Don't worry about what you see now. Press forward. You have whatever it takes to get whatever you want.
A couple more questions. I know you talked about how you're kind of the pioneer of the shop. Do you feel like you fit that role of like experimenter, and then I can kind of lead the way?
Well, I do. I like gadgets, I like tools, I like clippers. Everybody knows that. Okay. Sprays, new products, facial, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like to try it. I like to figure out how is this going to best work for the experience. And by doing that and being around other people, they kind of you gain trust with your peers. And then like if Dunn likes it, and Dunn says it works, it works. It wasn't my plan to do that. It happens naturally just because I have a love for the process. When you have a love for something, you're not worried about money, you're not worried about what people like it or not, you're just doing it because you love it. That's one of the things I said when I come to the barbershop. I'm the oldest person in the barbershop.
I'm the youngest.
Yeah, hey. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just pushing myself. All I'm doing is trying to be Dunn the Barber. And because I'm focused on being Dunn the Barber, I can inspire others around me. Just like you inspire me, Ty inspired me, Chuka, Zay. Because it's not because we're trying to, it's because we're all focused on being the best that we can be. You lead automatically by being an example. That's the best leadership route. That's not what people say with their mouth. Yeah. People talk a lot.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes is most people are they're outwardly humble, but they're inwardly cocky. So they say, oh yeah, I'm humble, but they're not the ones that have note cards on their mirror. They're doing their affirmations or reading. Or seeking out, like tracking down mentors. But they say, I'm humble. So it's like,
it is. Remember when you first came here and we would talk and things like that, and I told you you're one of my teachers?
Which blew my mind, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Why not? Well, everybody has something to offer you. Everyone, listen to me. Young barbers, entrepreneurs, Everyone is your teacher if you choose to open your mind and see it that way. Everyone teaches you. Some people teach you what to do, and some people teach you what not to do.
What not to do? That's
but they're still teaching you. Be a student of life. It'll help you to avoid, like you had mentioned earlier about you and Julio knew were barbers, and I said, you guys are gonna move faster than we did because we were already here. You know why? Because you have examples in front of you, and if you choose to learn, you move quicker. If I already dug the trench, you don't have to dig the trench. You just got to get in the thing. You still got to work though, right?
Absolutely. So don't be afraid of the struggle.
No,
becoming
absolutely
an adaptability like machine.
Stretch yourself. I say that a lot. You'll hear me say that in some of my blogs and things that I have coming up, later on. But you got to stretch yourself. You got to be uncomfortable sometimes. If you already had everything together, you would be doing it. Some things are still yet for you to learn. There's an analogy about shifting gears in a car. When you shift gears in a car, there's all kind of violence that happens in the engine. That's why you have to have oil in your car, because there's metal on metal. There's things turning and cranking just to get from first gear to second gear, right? The whole transmission is shifting.
Yeah.
So in shifting gears, there's going to be some violence sometimes.
Oh.
Inside. Nobody else sees it in the car, right?
Yeah, no, okay.
Nobody else sees it, but every time you shift gears, there's some stuff happening. So if you're always afraid of pain or going through, I don't want to say this to no one, but I doubt you're going to get very far, because you have to embrace that process. Pain, the most beautiful thing, the most dopest lyrics, the craziest songs ever sung come out of situations where people went through it. Think about it. Your boy Biggie Smalls said that. He said, I used to wonder why Christmas missed us. He said, now I drink champagne. That's what he said.
Yeah.
But at first he was like, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was broke, I couldn't picture none of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The best things come out of those struggles. Nobody wants to struggle. You're gonna have to go. I'm not saying you have to struggle like, just the whole world has to end on you. But there has to be, when you're pushing forward through something, you have to go through some things.
And that's what's gonna plant the seed.
That's what cultivates the seed. The seed's already there. That's what cultivates it.
I mean, think about it. You gotta bury it in the dirt.
Yeah. But you gotta prep the ground.
Yeah.
You can't just throw some seed on the ground.
So for these young barbers that might not have the skills yet, but they know that this is the path they want to find, and maybe they are going through the struggle where they're trying to find this clientele, and they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet. I feel like a great way to go ahead and build that up is giving a great service. And there's not really anyone I know that I've met that's given the service that you give. What do you think is a quick, just your best advice for that young barber who doesn't have the skills yet? You know what I mean? His fades aren't on point, and he's still trying to learn, but he definitely is passionate.
Whatever you do it to the best of your ability. I know you've heard this since kindergarten, but guess what? The reason why you've heard it since kindergarten is because it's true.
Yeah, those popular
sayings. Think about that.
Yeah.
If everybody's heard this, but not everybody's doing it, that doesn't make it not true. It just means that a certain percentage of people don't do it, which is most. So if my fades aren't where they need to be, you're not going to put the cape on like I do. You're not going to ask the questions I do. You're not going to make the customer feel as comfortable as I do. I'll catch up to the fading part. You're not going to make sure that my client is so at peace during the process of my cut that they feel good.
Yeah. Where they're like, all right, I'm just relaxing.
Yeah, because not only in this shop, in any shop, you're not just selling a cut, you're selling a feeling. Swag is an internal thing. Now we express it outwardly, but it's internal, man. Somebody uses your chair and they feel confident and they feel good.
Yeah.
Man, fresh cut or a decent cut, fantastic service. I'd rather go here.
Wow, so that's a way to get some momentum.
Gaining consistency with that. The other stuff will come because you're working, you're stretching yourself.
So even though you're not always giving them the best cut, they consistently get the best service.
Consistent. You have to be consistent. Look for ways to be excellent in everything you do.
That's something I wish I would have heard when I first started, because I know myself, I didn't have the best skills. I was professional and I was reliable. You know what I mean?
That goes a long way.
I was building clientele, but they weren't getting great haircuts.
Hey, that goes a long way, man.
Right.
Because they can have somebody who can cut really good, but their attitude sucks. And then, so the feeling is, let me just get cut like this dude. He be late, don't do this, blah, 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 all these different things. And they settle for it because of the cut. So that's an out. But that's okay. Because as you're building your services A1 and you're building your cuts, they're going to sit in your chair for once. When your opportunity and the preparation meet, right?
It's a beautiful thing. Preparation meets opportunity. Everybody's time will come.
I've heard a client tell me, you turn around in the chair and say, dude, where have you been my whole life? It was like, I was like, whoa. He was like, dude, where have you? He was like, where have you been, man? He was like, and I understood what he meant. He was just like, I get my hair cut by a lot of people, but like this just felt right. The cut was clean. The way you have, he said, I hear people ask me all the time. Nobody's ever asked me that question during the cut. Thank you. Pay attention. These are human beings just like you.
Yeah, you give them something that's unmatched.
Unmatched.
Right on.
I said that to myself. If I can't fade like so-and-so or do this like so-and-so, they won't do this better than me. But I never rely just on that. I continue to stretch myself in the process. Because you never want to stop growing. Certain people get in niches and they stay there.
Yeah.
So you always want to keep growing. But whatever you do, if you're the gun picker, you're the best damn gun picker in the janitorial crew.
Yep.
If the supervisors come and they go, damn, that man can pick some gun.
Yeah.
You know what? We have a subcontract with the Warrior to do for the championship game. Let's get him. Because he's gonna represent us well. And you know what? They give us tickets. Here's some tickets for your family. Life just works like that. When you're working your best, when you're putting that energy out, when you're working your best,
I've seen it happen for people.
you draw that back to you. Like it's the whole reaping and sowing concept. Whatever you sow, you reap, right? You put in an orange seed in the ground, you get oranges. You're not gonna get pears. Every seed produces of its own kind. Like having success in your life is not hard. The hard part is up here. It's not, you know what to do.
Yeah.
You've heard it your whole life.
Simple things.
It's the simple things, bro.
I know Dunn's got a tight schedule, and getting some of his time is very valuable. So definitely great to have him on here. I hope you guys gained some knowledge from this.
Yes.
He pretty much gave you everything. You just gotta rewind back, and you can just take one thing. I feel like one thing from this video.
Just take one thing and just rock with it.
Yeah, just which one fits you.
Master it. And once you got that, then move on to another thing.
I know Dunn's got some amazing things cooking up right now. They aren't available yet, but you're gonna be hearing a lot more from this guy.
I got you.
Wake your mind up. This is Mindmentum,
You have what it takes.
a podcast dedicated to stretching your way of thinking.
Yeah.
You that can't figure out stuff and you feel like people aren't helping you the way that they're supposed to, the person that feels like, man, I just need somebody to kind of tell me the small stuff. You try to get played on Instagram with people giving you all this smoke, this puff and smoke,
Yeah.
but not really showing you how to do it. I got you. I'm gonna answer those intimate questions that people are scared to answer.
It's details.
It's coming.
I feel like detail is everything.
It is everything.
And that's something you're gonna get from this guy right here, Dunn.
It's everything.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt. We got more videos coming. It's been the 10 for 10 series, celebrating Julio and I, hitting 10K, following the footsteps of giants. They say if you focus on your craft, you can stand before kings and not average men. So stay focused on your craft. Like he said, intensity over time, multiplied by God, equals momentum. Right?
Focused intensity.
Focus and intensity. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.
All right, y'all.
Wake your mind up.